Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what part of your personality do you fake? How fucking calm I always am. I feel this. I'm always angry and about to blow. I just have exceptional self-control, so people very rarely actually see my anger issues. But isn't that a mastery? Extroversio. I'm a middle school teacher. I, too, get paid to be an extrovert. I'm an assistant instructor here. Aka paid extrovert. I'm an introvert. And whenever I tell people at work that, they look at me unbelievingly. But to be successful at work, I've had to work really hard at being more extroverted. It's so draining. Every day I'm exhausted mentally. But when I get home, the sweet sound of silence, and my dog's happy feet. Yup, my last boss once said something to me of the effect, "I'm glad I didn't hire an introvert." After some event or meeting where I was on for the whole thing and was able to get some projects moving forwards due to that. I laughed, then explained to him I am an introvert. Being so social and stuff, being on, actually takes a lot out of me, but I can do it when required, as long as I can go home and recharge in private for hours, which is what the chief difference between an extrovert and introvert is, I've been told. Patience. On the inside, I'm screaming at you to hurry up. On the outside, I'm saying, ooh, it's fine. Take your time. For real, I get it. Take your time, dear. That's kind of what patience is to me. Maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe other people can say it's fine without being annoyed underneath it. I agree with you. It's like the difference between being brave and unafraid. Bravery is doing the thing despite existing fear. Patience is remaining calm and accommodating despite wanting things hurried along. Being nice. I have some pretty mean and dickish tendencies naturally, but I do my best to be nice to everyone in spite of myself. Well, I think if you make a conscious effort to be nice to people and not let some darker tendencies take over, that legit makes you a nice person. We all have a dark side in us, but what I think really counts is how we act and behave towards others. Shut up, bitch. Confidence. I always give off that leader energy when I actually lack self-esteem and I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I just don't like asking for help or bothering others, so everyone thinks highly of me when it's all just a facade. Me. Day job. You're really good in front of the client. Will you lead this meeting? I'm the most junior on the team. Night job. You're a really great server. You're so good with people. Friends. You're so confident. I don't know how you do it. Inside, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? How? I can't. Oh fuck, they're looking at me, what did they say? Shit. Internal tears flow because I'm now freaking out about what this means I need to do now, and I just wanna cry myself to sleep in the corner like the emotionally stunted eccentric lady I am. Me out loud, I sure will, no problem. Oh thank you, I appreciate that. IDK, I just do it. I'll let you in on a secret. With all the failing you think you do, we, others, still think of you higher than we do of others. Otherwise you wouldn't be asked to do those things. When people push you forward to lead the charge, be it serving, running meetings or talking to people on their behalf, they trust and believe in you. You sound like a pretty cool guy, and I hope all your meetings go well today. That I care about stuff. Most of the times it's hard for me to care about anything, but pretending to care makes the people around me happy, and it doesn't really take a toll on me. Edit, my first award on Reddit. Thank you, kind stranger. Edit, I do not care much for the award, but you gotta appreciate someone who just awarded you something. Same. The other side of the card is also not being satisfied with anything too. Just smile and wave until we're in ground, boys. Smile and wave. I'm a black guy who has no discernible accent. I code switch all the time depending on who I'm talking to. I'm fairly certain no one knows what my actual accent and speech sounds like at this point. Edit, woke up to 18,000 upvotes. Well, I'll be damned. Same here, but I'm East Asian. My personality kinda changes along with the language I'm using too. Just mess with people. I once had an East Asian customer with the deepest, thickest Jamaican accent I've ever heard. Being sociable when I really want to GTF away from people. This is me. I'm the funny wisecrack at social gatherings, but what I really love is running and hiking alone, I know, and driving around alone listening to music. Being alone is restorative for me because of my job. You're not really faking to be social, you're just introvert like me. We still need social interactions once in a while, even if we hate it because it's exhausting, for us. I found interesting that, even if I prefer staying at home instead of going out with friends, it doesn't bother me playing with online friends all weekend. The bubbly one when I open gifts. My face can't lie, but I at least try to sound happy. This is mine. Even if I receive a gift I love, I hate opening gifts I throw of people. I hate attention and having all eyes on me. Or having happy birthday sung to you. That I don't care about my grades. I care, but I can't stop myself from procrastinating and not getting stuff done, so I just play it off like I don't care. Edit, so apparently I might have undiagnosed ADHD, I'll definitely look into that, thanks for the responses everyone. I have this problem too. It's so stupid because it's mostly me lying to myself, oh, you don't care about grades, then waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat panic because I have procrastinated to no end. I'll look at the material and get overwhelmed because it's too much work and then keep procrastinating. It's an endless cycle. Exactly, I get a packet due in a month and sit down the first day I get it thinking how easy this to be if I just work on a little bit every day, but I don't work on it at all and end up doing it all in one night and getting no sleep. I often have to fake emotional responses to meet people's expectations, especially when someone says they miss me a lot or even just saying I love you, and I know I have to say it back even if I don't feel anything. I feel that. In general, I don't miss people. I never lead with I missed you, for me it's always I missed you too, and it always feel like it's a lie, and I feel bad about lying. It's so strange to me when people can sense a gap in their life for me, and I just can't manage to return that feeling. I like them and love them and empathize with them fine. I just never feel that longing for them to be around. Edit, and it's not as though I don't get lonely, but I chalk that up to a general lack of company. This is exactly what I'm trying to express. Sometimes you don't need people in the same way they need you. It's not that you love them less, but you love them differently, and there's no point in hurting their feelings by not saying I miss you too. Being happy all the time, but it does actually make me a more joyful person. Being happy all the time is exhausting. I strive for contentment. It sure is exhausting, but to me, it pays off. I've realized the single greatest life hack in the world is this. Just smile. Smile at everyone you meet, whether it's family, co-worker or a random cashier, even if you're not particularly happy. It's inherently infectious, everyone will treat you better, and most of the time you'll end up inadvertently making yourself actually happy as well. I do this at work and I feel like I'm on the brink of laughing at a joke that nobody is telling. I was kind of embarrassed once when someone asked, "Why are you smiling at your computer?" Like I had no idea. It's honestly like remembering a funny joke, except there isn't one like emotional muscle memory. I dunno. Feels good even though it's a little weird. Confidence. A fake identity ends up being your real identity if you've lived it long enough, because any identity we have is just a construct, it's a choice. YouTube comment 2019. That's an interesting argument, but it doesn't apply here, Mr. Fanning. You are charged with identity theft and will serve 1 year with 5 years probation. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Around my friend I'm a much weirder person. But I always fake being serious around people I don't know because I get too anxious about whether or not they like me. That's me, I'm a natural weirdo, but I have to tone it down when I'm around anyone that's not my boyfriend. Empathy. I care about my loved ones, but when my co-worker's marriage is falling apart and they are confiding in me, I really just don't care. However, most people I know think I'm super caring. I fake the exact opposite. I care way too much about stuff and I get too invested in matters out of my reach or control, so I moderate it to remove myself from the situation when it is too much. Me too. It has taken a lot of practice to show that I genuinely care, but in reality I am cringing on the inside unless they are family/friends. I feel for these people, not because of their problems, but because they seem to have nobody to go to but you, a person who is not their family or friend. I was in a situation where a person I knew was bawling her eyes out about relationship problems. I couldn't really give a shit, but I guess she didn't care either if I did. All she wanted to do was cry and have someone to be there or something. All I could do was pat her head like a dog. Removed. I do this often. It's completely subconscious. After a few hours of hanging out with somebody, I usually start copying their speech pattern and accent and their way of fidgeting, and there is nothing I can do about it. I do this too. I sometimes worry people think I'm taking the mick, especially with accents, but I really can't help it. I don't know if this counts as faking, but I hide all my dark/negative thoughts. Until I've had a bit too much to drink, I say everything out loud and my friends say they're very concerned about my mental health and I should see a therapist. I do this same thing. I hardly call my parents unless I'm drunk, and then when I do, I tell them about my personal problems and then wake up the next day like, WTF did you do?